It's huge. All right. Just sit there and be quiet.
Was there like a famous dolphin with the laces out or something?
Let's go back out to Salt Lake City as we get ready for this weekend's return of the UFC. And UFC 278, your pound-for-pound king, Kamaru Usman, back in the cage. With us right now, let's welcome Luis Saldana. Luis, how are you, sir?
How's it going, Randy? Pretty good.
How's things out there in Salt Lake City? I've never been there, so give me a 30-second. What's Salt Lake City like?
It's my first time here, and it's really nice, really clean. The weather's great. Good to get out of the heat from Arizona.
For sure. Well, when we're here in Florida.
So good.
We're here in Florida. Maybe we should have gone out there to get out of the heat here in Florida as well.
Oh, wow, yeah.
What's a fight week like for you? How do you get through it? I always ask the fighters, do you try not to think about the task at hand, which is the fist fight on Saturday, or do you want to think about it and count it down because Saturday when you get in the octagon, it's kind of like the start of summer school, of summer vacation, not summer school. Sorry.
Yeah, fight week for me is usually pretty calm, like the calm before the storm. The work's been put in already. I finished an 8-week training camp last Tuesday, so this last week and a half would be just tapering down on my weight and to get ready for the weight cut Friday.
I just asked Jared, who was just on, the same thing. As you're cutting weight, a lot of fighters like to watch the Food Channel and watch food. If it was me, I wouldn't want to think it, smell it, anything. Which side of that are you on?
Oh, man, I'm with him. I've been watching TikTok food videos of Salt Lake, looking at the best restaurants in town and just foods to eat after my fight. So I'm super pumped up for that part.
So you're already planning on food on Sunday?
Yes.
What is that one food item? Is there one food item that you're craving that you haven't had over the past 8 weeks?
After a fight, I usually go to, I try to find the best chicken sandwich wherever I'm at.
Well, that's Chick-fil-A, but it's Sunday, so.
Whoa. Don't say that. Chick-fil-A. Oh, so Luis, so I see your first boxing match was at the ripe young age of 8 years old. Was it love at first? I mean, punch, was it, did you know, like at that age with your father, like introducing you to it, did you know that this was your thing, combat sports was your thing, or did you fall into love with it later?
Yeah, I kind of grew into it later. First, it was just kind of like a little family sport that me and my brothers got into. And as I got older and just kind of life threw me back to boxing, and I got back really into the martial arts and discipline of the sport. And that's what led me to MMA.
So I have an 8-year-old grandson. It's from my son's second wife. They both, the daughter and the son are in MMA. He's 8 years old, and he was sparring with another 8-year-old. Now, the difference of the two, the other 8-year-old was probably, I don't know what an 8-year-old's height is, 3 feet? Is that about what an 8-year-old is? 3.5? And Jack is about 4 feet, 132 pounds. So he's sparring with this kid. And at the end, my daughter-in-law says, "Jack, what a great job." And Jack goes, "I didn't even try. I didn't want to hurt him because he was just so big." I mean, do you remember that first, whether it was fight or sparring and how it went down?
Yeah, that's good that he has that awareness at a young age. And,
Sure.
he knows just to be learning and playing it safe with other guys, his teammates. But yeah, I remember my first few sparring sessions. Back then it was pretty intense. You got all the coaches watching, and yeah, I mean, it was super fun, and just great learning experience as a kid. It was super different. Gets you out of puts you in your out of your comfort zone, I would say, at that age.
Granted, I didn't do it when I was 8, but when I used to train jiu-jitsu and all that kind of stuff, I loved it just for the main fact, and I know we just talked food. I've been trying to lose weight. I can't lose weight. I'll never lose weight. I love to eat. But if I go to the gym and I do jiu-jitsu and I train and all that, I come home and I don't want to eat because I don't want to put anything, the little bit that I just lost, I don't want to put back in by eating. So it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, diet's everything. Nutrition's everything for health, and that's where you got to start.
Got to start somewhere. Give me your thoughts on your opponent.
Sean Woodson, he's a good striker. He's actually a boxer as well, up there from St. Louis. So we're both Midwest guys, and it's going to be an exciting fight Saturday.
Back to food, sort of, because I love asking this question. I'd love for the national audience to get to know you if they don't already know you. You're going to have dinner for 4. You're going to invite 4 people over, living or passed away, real or fictitious. It can't be family. It can't be, teammates from the gym. Who you inviting over?
Oh, wow. That's a great question.
We can get back to it if you want.
Yeah, let's get back to that one.
Okay, sounds good. I know that you just signed the posters, or you're getting ready to sign the posters, and I always talk about this as well. The fans that collect the posters and collect gear and collect photos and whatever. Do you collect, your items and the fight posters of your fights, and do you collect anything else, whether it's sports related or not?
Yeah, I've kept all my stuff from the Contender Series and all my UFC stuff. I keep it all at home, and it'll be memorabilia for later on. And other stuff? What's that?
Yeah, no, I'm saying, and is there any other stuff? It could be anything from clothing to autographs or whatever.
Stuff? No, I don't have too many collectibles.
I always ask because you never know who I know, and I've had people say, "Well, I would like to get this," and as soon as the show's over, I make a quick phone call, and I'm able to obtain something. Is there something that you would love to acquire at some point in your life? So I'll tell you the story while you're thinking. So
yeah.
I also do an NFL. Oh, I can't say those letters.
Yeah, no.
I also do a football show regarding football teams that play on Sunday.
There you go.
With athletes that play in that game on Sunday. That way I can't get in trouble. And I asked this one guy the same thing about collecting. He goes, I don't really collect anything. And I'm like, come on, Leonard, come up with something. If there's one piece of something that you'd like, what is it? And he floored me because nobody's ever said this. He said, Jesus Christ sandals.
Oh, wow.
Which I think is what, yeah, I would have never thought that. And I'm like, yeah, I think I'd like to have that too. But so that's where the question just kind of comes from. And again, it's way people can get to know.
I think they were made by
personalities.
Crocs. I think Crocs made Jesus' sandals.
No.
Because they're comfy.
They do like the Air Jordans.
Air Jordans. He did walk on water.
The Jesus ones would be like the Air Bethlehem.
There you go. That's awesome. That's awesome. Craziest, funniest, strangest thing that's ever happened either to you, regarding you in a fight.
In a fight, I was fighting this guy coming up on the local circuit, and this guy kept smelling me, and he was saying weird stuff about my scent, trying to throw me off. And I was like, what?
Is he the president?
Shut up and take this beating.
Did he like the smell, or he was saying the smell was bad?
I was on top of him for most of the fight, so I think he was kind of annoyed of just being underneath me.
Well,
last name
that's
Biden.
awesome.
Last name Biden.
That's and back to the football. There's players that purposely do that. Like linemen that do that, or they'll do even worse, so that you don't want to grab them, you don't want to tackle them, you don't want to do anything. So it is crazy. Well, I know Saturday's going to be fun. What can the fans expect when the Octagon door shuts out there in Salt Lake City?
Oh, pure excitement. All my fights, I've had 13 finishes. When I come out there to put on a good show for the fans, and that's what it's all about. So I'm going to go out there and do my job this Saturday.
Awesome. Well, not only have a good time and enjoy yourself Saturday, enjoy whatever restaurant you find and go to on Sunday.
Thank you so much, Randy.
All right, take care. Good stuff. Let's go hit a quick break. More shenanigans coming to you live from Tournament to Pizza. This is Knockout Radio, brought to you by 8 Man Strong and Staff Zone.